So I'm a little late to the game, but She-Hulk episode 7 just dropped on Disney Plus last Thursday, and this will be my spoiler review of the episode. So if you enjoyed this video today, feel free to like and subscribe for future Marvel content. Spoiler warning for episode 7 of She-Hulk on Disney Plus. So the episode starts with Jen going on more dates with Josh and having a good time, but then they sleep together, and he leaves without her hearing back from him for multiple days. So after that, she gets a call about Blonsky's ankle monitor acting up, and I guess the parole officer, I forget who it is, they want her to come out with him to check the monitor out just in case he's transformed into Abomination so she can act as like the She-Hulk backup. But they get there and it was truly just kind of a simple malfunction. So when she's about to leave, Manbull and El Algila, or Algila, I forget how to pronounce it, fight each other into Jen's car and messes it up, which forces her to stay on the property until she can get a signal and get her car towed. So while she's looking for a signal for her phone, which she's also trying to do because she's trying to see if she got a text back from Josh, she stumbles across an AA-like meeting between Blonsky and multiple people, including Manbull, El Algila, Porcupine, and Saracen, who thinks he's a vampire. So one of the people who actually walks in a little bit after the fact was one of the members of the Wrecking Crew who attacked her in an earlier episode, and Jen almost takes revenge out on him before she's stopped by Blonsky. So it's been a couple days since I've watched the episode, and a lot happens in this sequence, but the entire sequence itself I thought was pretty funny, and I honestly think they did pretty good character development here too, allowing Jen to be comforted by this group of guys who appreciate her as both Jen and She-Hulk, which was something that she was constantly torn between in this series so far, because people seemingly either only cared about her as Jen or they only cared about her as She-Hulk, because earlier in the series she went on all these dates because the men only cared about going on a date with She-Hulk, but then seemingly Josh basically used her while she was as Jen. So it was kind of like, at least from my point of view, it looks like it was something that was a conflict within her, and then you have these group of guys who appreciates her as both Jen and She-Hulk, and I thought it was pretty good character development for her for the series. So the episode ends with us finding out that Josh was working with the intelligentsia, and after he slept with her, after he slept with Jen, he copied her phone and took a picture of her sleeping before he left. So overall, I thought this episode was pretty fine. Honestly, it's getting to the point, not that I think the series is bad whatsoever, I really don't, but it's getting to the point where there has to be an acceptance going on of the type of series that this is. Like, there's not gonna be potentially, I mean, there is kind of a big overarching antagonistic entity in intelligentsia, but it's not supposed to be like something that hampers down every single episode and is like a big focal point. Overall, at its core, this series is a comedy, so there's going to be episodes where it's literally just that. I mean, that's what it was for most of the wedding episode. Like, you could say these are like filler, quote unquote, but I don't even really see them as filler anymore like I did before. I'm just seeing it as overall, this show is a comedy, so most of the time that's just what it is. It's a comedy. It's not a traditional Marvel show where, you know, there's action and she's fighting all these antagonistic people opposite of her and stuff like that every single time, and it's always like, you know, fast-paced actiony and stuff like that. It's just simply a comedy, and I think once people start to understand that a little bit more and don't expect anything like huge and big out of the series, they'll actually enjoy it a lot more, including the comedy. So I thought this episode was pretty good, though. I'm looking forward to see how they continue the rest of the series and where Intelligentsia is going to end up, as well as when and how they're going to finally bring Daredevil into the series, because clearly, I mean, he's going to be somewhere in these last 3 episodes, so it'll be interesting to see when he comes along. So comment down below if you enjoyed She-Hulk episode 7, and if you enjoyed this video today, feel free to like and subscribe for future Marvel content, and I appreciate you for watching the video.